Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. KJ Hamler returning it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They go play action now. Lawrence. They've got his man complete. Well, they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. That is taken in by Hurst. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
On 1st down, it's Robinson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lawrence. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for the Jaguar touchdown. KJ Hamler. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Try and run for this with Mack. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Foster. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Foster. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw. Foster. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off. And it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars! LaVisca Chenault, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Hines. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Foster. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. Bust through the tackle. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
70, Indy.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Looking for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. On the run, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. This is Chenault on the receiving end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
That is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Lawrence will throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now a give right side. It's Robinson. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambo will put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade him.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Shrugs him off. And this one too low.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Foster. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Foster. Yeah, he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Foster. That one complete to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st down, Hines. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This is Hines. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Foster. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. lines again for the completion. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Back. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Side by Hilton. Touchdown, Colts. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. Sharp's got it left side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing 6-6 bullet high.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, they'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From midfield now, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Indy. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jarrett Davis just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Foster. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Off the bootleg. Foster. He'll buy some time right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. A young quarterback, Charles, running to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 24, Lawrence. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And taken right on the 30. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw. Foster. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Foster. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Robinson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Double dog.
Here's Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
58, come on. 58, come on. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags have just about sealed up this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's got 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Down. 8, read. I hope you got your left hand to take you to school.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Jaguars, they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 4-13 campaign. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.